世の中には悪魔の証明がそうであるように反論に膨大な手間がかかり事実上不可能であるケースが少なくない。
Yes.
しかしヘンペルのカラスはその問題を逆手に取り容易に実証することを可能とする。
ヘンペルのカラスを使えば
Hempel's boss.
さまざまな暴論が実証可能なのです。例えば私以外の人間イコール愚かであるという命題があったとします。これを証明するには本来私を除く全人類を調べ愚かであることを証明しなければなりません。しかし何十億人も調べるなど現実には不可能でしょう。マトラ様の18箱を開ける手間と
しかしヘンペルのカラスならばその命題、つまり私以外の人間イコール愚かであるをチェス盤をひっくり返し愚かではないイコール私として証明してもよいということだ。つまりどういうことだと思う？わらわが聡明である全人類は愚かであることの何十億人分もの証明が直ちに終了してしまうわけだ。
So Hempel's Raven is bullshit, is what you're telling me. If I can prove that I am wise, means everyone else is foolish. No. What? As soon as I know the fact that no. No. What kind of dumb bullshit is this? Hempel's Raven, is that even a real thing? Fuck it. Google, I need to go visit Google again. Is Hempel's Raven even a real thing, or is it just some bullshit that they fucking made up for this? Hempel's Raven. The Raven Paradox. Also known as Hempel's Paradox, Hempel's Ravens, or rarely the Paradox of Indoor Ornithology. There's a whole Wikipedia article for it. Arising from the question of what constitutes evidence for a statement. Observing objects that are neither black nor ravens may formally increase the likelihood that all ravens are black, even though intuitively these observations are unrelated. The problem was proposed by the logician Carl Gustav Hempel in the 1940s. So Hempel is a real person, and there's real ravens. To illustrate a contradiction between inductive logic and intuition. Hempel describes the paradox in terms of the hypothesis all ravens are black. In the form of an implication, this can be expressed as if something is a raven, then it is black. Okay. If raven, it must be black. If not black, then not raven. Okay. That makes a bit more sense. In all circumstances where 2 is true, 1 is also true. But if something isn't black, then it's not a raven. So then proves that a raven is black. No! What? 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 I'm looking at the fucking Wikipedia article for this shit. So, if you prove that something is not black, then it's not a raven, then that reversely proves that if a raven, that ravens are black. If something not black is not a raven, then a raven is black. Huh? The Raven Paradox suggests that both of these images contribute evidence to suppose that all ravens. I hate this. Like, Wikipedia gives you this whole image. It said on the left, a black raven. On the right is a fucking picture of apples, and it says non-black, non-ravens. And this paradox suggests that both of these images contribute evidence to the supposition that all ravens are black. So because these apples are not black, they are not ravens, therefore all ravens are black. That's what this fucking argument is? That's what this fucking argument is? If you can prove that this object in this red apple is not a raven, it is because this apple here, it's red, it's not a raven. Therefore, a raven is black. Because something is not a raven and also not black, it lends to the theory that all ravens are black. This is so fucking stupid. Given a general statement such as all ravens are black, a form of the same statement that refers to a specific observable instance of the general class would typically be considered to constitute evidence for general statement. For example, my pet raven is black is evidence supporting the hypothesis that all ravens are black. The paradox arises when the same process is applied to the statement too. On citing a green apple, one can observe the green apple is not black and it is not a raven. By the same reasoning, the statement is evidence that 2, if something is not black, is not a raven. But since, as above, the statement is logically equivalent to all ravens are black, it follows the sight of a green apple is evidence supporting the notion that all ravens are black. This conclusion seems paradoxical because it implies that information has been gained about ravens by looking at an apple. Exactly, it's fucking stupid. They call it paradoxical. I call it fucking dumb. It implies that information has been gained about ravens by looking at an apple. Yes. That is why I hate this theory. Because if you can look at an apple and therefore prove that somehow a green apple proves that all ravens are black. This is fucking irritating me. It's a paradox. No, it's fucking stupid. Don't call it a paradox, alright? I mean, is it technically a paradox? Is a logically self-contradictory statement, or a statement that runs contrary to one's expectation. It is a statement that, despite apparently valid reasoning from true premises, lends a seemingly self-contradictory or logically unacceptable... Okay, so I guess it is a paradox. Once we reach logically unacceptable conclusion. Yes, I agree with that, alright? Logically unacceptable. I agree with that 100%. This raven paradox, HEMPEL's ravens, is logically unacceptable. I hate it. The devil's proof thing, that's something, alright? There's something there. By saying, listen, if you can't prove that it exists, you therefore can't prove that it doesn't exist. It is impossible to prove that something doesn't exist. Can you prove that you can't prove that something doesn't exist? There's something that, you know what, fuck it, while we're here on Wikipedia, I'll try to put something else up on screen so you're not just looking at the same static image the whole time. But if we search devil's proof is a legal requirement to achieve an impossible proof, where a legal system would appear to require... Wait. Probatio diabolica. This is some legal bullshit. Oh, I guess there's no Wikipedia article. Let me just search it. Devil's proof is the logical dilemma that while evidence will prove the devil's proof is the logical dilemma that while evidence will prove the existence of something, the lack of evidence fails to disprove it. In essence, the opposing statement's lack of proof makes the statement true in some sense. I love how the very first link is not actually like the Wikipedia article pops up first is for like the definition, but like immediately under that is a fucking link to the goddamn 7th expansion wiki. Okay, so it's a legal thing. It is some... Well, yeah, that's the whole, like, that's the whole thing behind, like, innocent until proven guilty, right? Like, unless you can prove with absolute proof that this person is guilty, then you can't prove that they're not innocent. So that connects to like the devil's proof and whatnot. I understand the devil's proof and how that works, and that makes sense. That makes sense to me. Is it an infallible thing? No, I don't think so. But it makes a lot more sense than this Raven bullshit does, alright? That much is absolutely certain. It makes so much more sense than this Raven bullshit ever has. Hempel and his ravens can go fuck right off. I hate this shit so much. It makes no fucking sense. It is so stupid. I don't understand. Logically unacceptable. I go right back to that. It is a paradox in that it is logically unacceptable. To assume that you've gained information about a raven by observing something that is... by observing just some random object is fucking stupid. I've gone down this whole fucking tangent because of this stupid fucking Hempel's Ravens, and it's fucking irritating me. The fact that because now Beatrice is going to use this as to be like, look, I've proven that your 19th person isn't the culprit. Have you? Have you? What have you proven? What have you proven? Listen, bitch. If you're gonna use Hempel's Ravens as your argument already sucks ass. Like, is Battler much better by relying so heavily on the devil's proof? Yes. Because the devil's proof is something. I mean, fuck, we use that in our goddamn legal system. That's something we actually use to this day. Once again, does that mean it's infallible? Of course not. Is there fucking, shit that goes through our fucking criminal justice system that is A-okay? No, our criminal justice system isn't infallible, but it's something that we use regularly that has a fairly decent success rate. You don't see them bringing fucking Hempel's Raven, to the fuck into court, alright? Like, what? If I can prove that this man is not the murderer, if I can prove that this man over here, some rando dude, is not the murderer, it lends to the fact that, Steve over here is the murderer. While in essence true, it is logically unacceptable. Alright? So, like, so imagine there's 3 guys in a room. There's Bob, Steve, and Jim. Alright, we got Bob, Steve, and Jim. Jim winds up dead, so now we're debating whether Bob or Steve is the murderer. Someone says Steve is the murderer. Steve's on trial for murder. But if I prove that Gary, alright, if I prove that Gary from the fucking grocery store is not the murderer, Gary didn't do it. I know for a fact Gary didn't. I can prove that Gary didn't do it. Then it then it further supports that, Bob is actually the murderer. You didn't prove shit. I understand now their bullshit logic they're saying now with the, everyone but me is foolish. If I can prove that I am wise, it lends to the fact that everyone else is foolish. But it is so far from infallible. Like I said, devil's proof isn't infallible either, but there are so many holes in the reasoning behind this whole Raven bullshit. I can't accept this. I can't. It is so fucking stupid. I can't. I keep going back to that phrase ever since I read it in that goddamn article. Logically unacceptable. Logically unacceptable. And that's what this fucking paradoxical theory is. It is logically unacceptable. Get that shit out of my face. Yeah. It's a paradox. Observing objects that are neither black nor ravens may formally increase the likelihood that all ravens are black, even though intuitively these observations are unrelated. So even though you know that these two things have no correlation whatsoever, it still somewhat supports the theory. This is so fucking stupid. This is so fucking stupid. I hate it. Logically unacceptable. I can't think of a better way to describe this, alright? Like, yeah, when I think paradox, I think of self-contradictory, which is a paradox is a logically self-contradictory statement, or a statement that runs contrary to one's expectation. It's a statement that, despite apparently valid reasoning from true purposes, leads to seemingly self-contradictory or logically unacceptable conclusion. Logically unacceptable. Logically unacceptable. Logically unacceptable. I'm gonna keep going back to that phrase because I stand by it 100%. Logically unacceptable. Logically unacceptable. Like, yeah, I guess logic gets thrown right out the fucking window when you're dealing with supernatural shit with demons and witches and all this bullshit. I cannot just sit back and say okay to this bullshit. It's not like I can do anything, yo. It's not like I can go up to the Ryukishi and be like, hey, you're gonna work this into your story? No, come on, dude. It's like, obviously the story's been written for several years now, alright? I can't just like go back and say, hey, dude, let's switch it up here now. Like, obviously I can't do anything about it. There's no point in me constantly complaining about it. But I can't just sit here and do nothing about it. Like, I can't change the story, so I'm going to just at least complain about it because it's the only thing I can do about it. I hate this so fucking much. I really do. This is so fucking stupid. I hate that I'm going to have to continue this episode working off of this bullshit paradox. I hate it. I hate it. I don't want to continue the story right now because I hate it so much. I don't want to continue reading because I know I'm going to have to work with a story that works, or work with this woman's argument that works in a logically unacceptable statement and uses it as valid reasoning. Like when they were mentioning the two boxes before, alright, that makes sense. Alright, that makes sense. When you're like, one has a prize, one is empty. If I can prove that the empty one doesn't give me anything, then I can prove that the one with the thing means I win. If I can prove that empty means I lose, I can prove that full means I win. Something like that. That makes sense. When he talks about, there being 19 boxes and trying to place one of them has a bomb in it. If she can prove that box number 19 has no bomb, then that proves that one of the 18 has the bomb. That makes sense. But the Raven bullshit, if I prove I am wise, it means everyone else is foolish bullshit. That's all bullshit. That is all bullshit. And I hate it. I fucking hate it.
全人類がわらわよりも愚かであることを
No.
わずか1
No,
秒
you
もかけずに
couldn't.
証明
You
終了で
couldn't
きる
prove shit because it is a logically unacceptable line of reasoning. You can't prove anything because your fucking reasoning is logically unacceptable. I am so fucking upset right now.
世界最強最速の QED
What the fuck is QED? Google, come back to me. I wasn't done. You know, I'm just gonna keep Google up at this point. What the fuck is a QED? Quad erat demonstrata, meaning thus it has been demonstrated. It states what was to be shown. Traditionally, the abbreviation is placed at the end of mathematical proofs and philosophical arguments in print publication in order to indicate that the proof or the argument is complete. Your argument and your proof is not complete because your line of reasoning is logically unacceptable. Or to put it in layman's terms, it's bullshit. Don't you fucking use some Latin phrase against me that says your argument is complete, because it fucking isn't. It is the strong. No, okay, that is total bullshit. Okay, it is the strongest QED. No. Fastest? Yeah, okay, fastest. That is the fastest way to complete your argument. Sure, by using some fucking stupid bullshit, or as a smart man would say, logically unacceptable argument. Whatever the fuck ever. Strongest? No. Strongest? Suck my fucking dick and balls. Strongest, alright? Fuck you. Fuck you. I am so done with this shit. Remember, like, an hour ago, when I started this recording session, and I said I wasn't going to be a grumpy asshole about things? Well, that was before they introduced bullshit. So you brought bullshit into the mix. They brought a whole bunch of bullshit into the mix, okay? Woo! Back to the story. Go ahead. Say some more bullshit. Say some more bullshit. Give me some more dumb shit to Google. Go ahead. Do it. Do it. Piss me off even further. I still have 5 more hours to go. And I'm already upset. I mean, just in this recording session. I'm sure the episode itself is longer. But, like, for this recording session, I still got 5 more hours. 5 more hours. And I'm already past my fucking limit, alright? I've already pushed beyond the breaking point. I spent like, what, 20 minutes Googling about this Raven bullshit? I am fucking shaking at how pissed I am at this idiocy. And I haven't even heard her actual argument for whatever the fuck is going on with whatever the hell is going on. I'm angry.
これぞヘンペルのカラス
Bullshit. You mean this big steaming pile of bullshit. That's what you mean, right? Yes. 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 Tell him, my man.
これはとても便利な一手です。
Convenient? Yes. Nonsensical? Oh, also yes. You know what it also is? Logically unacceptable. Fuck you.
悪魔どころか神々もこの
Fuck demons. Fuck gods. Fuck witches. Fuck all of you.
幸福であるイコール神のしもべを命題とするとき、待遇は神のしもべでない人間イコール幸福であってはいけないとなります。つまり神のしもべがその加護によって幸福であることを実証するためには、その加護を受けぬ人々が不幸であることを実証すればいいわけです。
Which is fucking stupid. I can't argue every fucking point they make. I can't, or we're going to be stuck in this one scene forever. I have to keep going. But I am literally shaking with rage right now. Obviously, the model isn't going to show it. Hell, even if I had a face cam, it wouldn't fucking show it. But my hands are fucking shaking. My shoulders are shaking. My upper body is fucking just vibrating right now. I am so fucking upset with this dumb shit. I hate it.
そして彼らは自らの神を信じない人々を不幸に突き落とすことで自らの幸福を
人に幸福を与えるには莫大なコストがかかる。しかし人を不幸にするのに必要なコストははるかに安上がりだ。つまりヘンペルのカラスを使えば神々は実に低コストで信者に加護の喜びを与えられるわけよ。
悪魔だ。悪魔の理論だ。めちゃくちゃだ。
話がそれてしまったようだな。そろそろ話を戻そうぞ。
What point? There is no fucking point. Useless. It's all useless. I get it now. I understand this dude's mentality. It's all useless. Useless. It's all useless. It's all fucking useless. Goddamn. I'm forcing myself to shut the fuck up because I start talking and I'm just gonna start ranting about more bullshit. Believe me, that little fucking section there where I was quiet, wasn't saying anything, I was biting my tongue the whole time, not literally, but I was sitting there holding back the whole time. Like I thought about jumping in on a few points, like, no, I got something to say about that. No, I don't. I gotta hold myself back. And even just me ranting about this right now is me fucking not being able to hold myself back. I hate this. I hate this so fucking much. This fucking sucks.
わらわの反撃の一手は以上だ。そなたの19人目が犯人だから18人は無実で魔女も存在しないへの反撃は。
See, that's the thing though. That statement is a lot more absolute. See, it's reversing that, the 19th person is culprit, therefore the 18 are innocent, the witch doesn't exist. Well, if you prove that the 19th is not the culprit, then yes, it negates the fucking later statement. That's just true. Unless there's a 20th person. How many people are there? I don't fucking know. I don't know anymore. I don't know anymore. I was trying to keep up with this whole theorizing bullshit. Cause people are like, oh, listen, when you're playing Umineko, you gotta have theories. You gotta be thinking about things. I don't want to think anymore. Thinking makes me angry. I thought long and hard about it. And you know what? I came to the conclusion that thinking pisses me off. I don't want to think anymore. I don't want theories. I want your proofs. I'm done. I'm not, obviously, but fuck. I'm so fed up with this bullshit. This episode is an immediate 0 out of 10. Because it brought in that HEMPEL's Raven bullshit, alright? Episode 1, that was a strong 9, alright? Because, I was really invested in that story. There was nothing that really, quite pushed it to that 10, but, to, a full 10, But, for the most part, I was into it. I was really into it. Really loved it. Really enjoyed all the interactions between the characters and whatnot. Episode 1, solid. Episode 2, even better. Episode 2 had that something, Episode 2 pulled me in, alright? I gave Episode 2 a solid 10 out of 10. Obviously, 10 out of 10 doesn't mean something was perfect in my book, alright? It doesn't mean, there wasn't issues with it. But it was something I truly enjoyed, truly loved, alright? Episode 2 was fucking good. 10 out of 10. This is bullshit. This is bullshit. I'm what? 3 hours? 4 hours total? I'm only an hour and a half into this recording session, but what, like 4 hours total into this episode? And most of that time has just been me ranting. Most of that time hasn't even been playing the fucking episode. It's just me fucking ranting about the stupid bullshit that this episode is giving me. That's what it's been. That's what it's been. I need to stop talking, but I can't. I am so angry. I am so angry that I need to express my anger via words. Okay. Let's keep going.
ならば19人目が犯人でないことを証明できたら18人か魔女のどちらかが犯人ということで確定するとの